What's up, everybody? Phil Bleckman with BarBend.com. I am on site in Sacramento, California at the 2021 World's Strongest Man competition, and I have all of the details about everything that happened in the qualifying stage, and I'm going to update you right now. If you want to learn anything about what's going on at the 2021 World's Strongest Man, just hop over to Google, type in 2021 World's Strongest Man BarBend. All of our coverage is going to come up. It's happening live as the event goes on. You're not going to want to miss out. It is an absolutely epic strongman year. So the qualifying stage of the 2021 World's Strongest Man has come to a close. We're going to cover every one of the events, but first, here are your 10 World's Strongest Man finalists for the year 2021. They are Brian Shaw, Trey Mitchell, JF Caron, Konstantine Janashia, Bobby Thompson, Maxime Boudreault, Tom Stoltman, Eythor Ingolfsson Melsted, Adam Bishop, and Luke Stoltman. Graham Hicks of the UK dropped out before the competition started due to an injured groin. Then Luke Richardson and Terry Hollands both dropped out on day 2. Hollands also announced his retirement from World's Strongest Man. What a career he has had. And at the end of day 2, Chris Vanderlinde also had to withdraw due to sickness. So there was a lot of injuries at the World's Strongest Man during the qualifying stage that actually deeply affected Group 3. So by the end of Group 3, it was only Konstantine Janashia, Adam Bishop, and Jerry Pritchett battling it out. Jerry Pritchett also was injured, but he battled through the injury, but he still managed to win the pickaxe hold and actually battle Adam Bishop in the stone off before having to concede and bow out in the qualifying stage. So let's get into what happened on day 1, 2, and 3 of the qualifying stage of the 2021 World's Strongest Man. During day 1, athletes competed in 2 events each, a loading medley and then either the squat or the deadlift event. Now the medley proved to be incredibly tough, and a few athletes didn't even finish the event at all. Notably, the 2021 World's Strongest Man winner Alexei Novikov of Ukraine failed to complete the event. Here were the results. In Group 1, Maxime Boudreault took it down in just over a minute, putting up all 4 implements. In Group 2, Tom Stoltman, of course, the speed on that man, incredible. He crushed the event in 46.69 seconds. In Group 3, Robert Oberst actually took it down. None of the men in this group were actually able to complete all of the medley. Each one only got up 3 implements. In Group 4, Konstantine Janashia took it down. And in Group 5, Kevin Ferris returns. Big showing for him in the opener. He scored all 4 implements in 59.64 seconds, a big win for Ferris starting out the day. Moving on to the squat lift, only 2 groups took on the 700-pound squat event for max reps. It was Group 1, where Brian Shaw and Eythor Smakstelis of Latvia crushed that event 10 reps apiece. Maxime Boudreault got 6 reps. Gavin Bilton and Travis Ortmeyer came in 4th and 5th respectively with 5 reps and 3 reps. And then in Group 3, JF Caron, of course, who else but the 9-time Canada Strongest Man could win that event. He scored 11 reps in that event. The Russian Mikhail Shivlakov, he scored 10 reps in that event. Very impressive showing. Eythor Ingolfsson Melsted scored 7 reps. Robert Oberst actually did not lift it at all. He got 0 reps. And Luke Richardson withdrew earlier in the competition. Shifting over to the deadlift, there were 3 groups who took on this event. In Group 2, Tom Stoltman, again, 8 reps was a winning number for him. He matched Mark Felix, who also had 8 reps, and Trey Mitchell, who also had 8 reps. A big showing for Group 2. All those men very close together. Evan Singleton scored 5 reps, and Johnny Hansen came in last with 3 reps. In Group 4, Adam Bishop, of course, the deadlift phenom. He scored 9 reps. Konstantine Janashia came in 1 rep behind him for 2nd place. Terry Hollands scored 6 reps, but he did so with an injured biceps. Unbelievable from Terry Hollands. And then Jerry Pritchett, deadlift master, he scored 5 reps, and Chris Vanderlinde in last place with 4 reps. In Group 5, Bobby Thompson. What a showing for him in his 2nd year at the World's Strongest Man. He wins the event with 9 reps. He bested Kevin Ferris, Alexei Novikov, and Luke Stoltman all with 6 reps, and Irvin Toots came in last place with 3 reps. Let's turn the page to day 2. Groups 1, 5, and 4 took on the Fingers, which was the first time the event has been seen at the World's Strongest Man since 2017, and Groups 2 and 3 competed in the train push. Due to an issue with the brakes and then the competitors' general inability to move the full train, which weighed 50 metric tons, the event was actually changed to a train push. So they actually dropped the cargo car off of the train, making it so that the head of the train was the only thing that the athletes had to move. Still 20 tons of train to move, and it turned into a push rather than a pull. Mikhail Shivlakov, he actually rolled his ankle in the track that was under their feet that they were pushing the train on. Shivlikov was the only one who actually fell into that trap, so to speak. He rolled his ankle and didn't have a time that he was happy with. Fortunately, he wasn't injured. But Johnny Hansen was really the story coming out of the train push event. Let's move on to the Fingal's Fingers. Athletes in this event were tasked to flip over 5 of Fingal's Fingers, which ascended in weight from 320 pounds to 380 pounds. Only one athlete in the field was able to flip all 5. Who else? Brian Shaw. Notably, Alexei Novikov, who had less than an ideal showing in day 1, he won this event for his group, besting Luke Stoltman. And in group 4, Jerry Pritchett, despite having an injured hip, nursing an injured hip, he still moved smoothly through 4 Fingal's Fingers in a time of 41.19 seconds. Really, really impressive stuff from him. Konstantine Janashia and Adam Bishop both scored 3 fingers in a time of 26.48 seconds and 27.21 seconds, respectively. Hopping over into the results of day 3. Athletes in the overhead medley, which was the first event of the day, were tasked with a brutal overhead pressing event where all 5 groups took place to try and lift a set of heavy dumbbells, so a heavy dumbbell of 95 kilos or 210 pounds, a heavy dumbbell of 100 kilos or 220 pounds, and then they also had to clean an overhead press, a circus barbell that was 155 kilos or 342 pounds, and an axle barbell that was 163 kilos or 360 pounds. In group 1, Brian Shaw, again, he lifted all floor implements in 34.72 seconds. It was really impressive. He went up against Maxime Boudreault, who also lifted all 4 implements in a time of 37.19 seconds, so you can see how close this event actually was. In group 2, Trey Mitchell, unbelievable. In this event, the crowd audibly gasped when they heard Trey Mitchell's time in this event. He scored all 4 reps in 29.77 seconds. He was the first athlete of the day to come in with a sub 30-second score. In group 3, JF Caron, of course, 4 reps, 33.72 seconds. He took the win. Mikhail Shivlikov actually came in second place here with 4 reps in 38.18 seconds. In group 4, Adam Bishop scored 3 reps in 27.74 seconds. Konstantine Janashia comes in second place, scoring the same number of reps in 48.42 seconds. Jerry Pritchett, who was nursing that hip injury, he was unable to lift the first heavy dumbbell, so he did not participate in the rest of the event. He got no reps officially. In group 5, Alexei Novikov was a absolute blitz in this event. It was incredible. He came in, he wins the event with 4 reps in 24.83 seconds. He went up against Luke Stoltman, who also blazed through this event, 4 reps, 25.63 seconds. Unbelievable there. Kevin Ferris also scored a sub 30-second time in this event, 4 reps in 29.23 seconds. That became, of course, for the crowd, the group that everybody was interested most in watching because the scores were so tight and because it was the home of 2021 World's Strongest Man, Alexei Novikov. Let's move over to the final event of the qualifying stage before the stone off. It was the pickaxe hold, and boy, it was filled with dramatic performances. Bobby Thompson and Luke Stoltman tied for 18 points on this event. But because Thompson had the longer pickaxe hold time, he advanced to the finals and won Group 5. That positioned Luke Stoltman against Kevin Ferris for the stone off in Group 5, pushing Alexei Novikov into 4th place and eliminated him from competition. It was an incredibly dramatic scene. So let's talk about what happened in each group. Ivar's Smock Stellis in Group 1. He won the event with 32.51 seconds. Brian Shaw, he dropped the pickaxe after 5.64 seconds. He was guaranteed to win his group if he just showed up for the pickaxe event. He didn't overexert himself. In Group 2, Trey Mitchell, unbelievable. Again, he scored a winning time of 46.13 seconds, and that leapfrogged him to the front of the standings. He wins Group 2 with a win in the pickaxe hold. Notably also in this group, Mark Felix. He scored 40.82 seconds in the pickaxe hold to score 2nd in the event and leapfrog over Evan Singleton and Johnny Hansen to get into 3rd place to compete in the stone off against the king of the stones, Tom Stoltman. Unbelievable performance by Mark Felix here. JF Caron, who also already had won the event if he just showed up, he scored 29.09 seconds, so JF Caron won Group 3, and Mikhail Shivlikov came in 4th with 23.25 seconds. The results here meant that Oberst and Melsted would face each other in the stone off. Going over to Group 4, Jerry Pritchett, he actually won this event despite nursing that hip injury, but it wasn't enough to score him high enough to beat Konstantine Janashia, who won his group. So it was going to be Pritchett and Bishop facing off in the stone off. In Group 5, really intense showing from all of them. Bobby Thompson puts up an incredible time of 41.62 seconds that leapfrogged him to win the group, and it pushed Novikov down into 4th and eliminated him from the competition. So Ferris and Stoltman headed off into the stone off. Speaking of, let's get into what the stone off looked like. I looked at my phone while I was watching the event. 108 degrees. These guys are decked out in tacky on their arms trying to lift these 6 Atlas stones that scaled in weight from 310 pounds to 465 pounds. Each athlete that was in 3rd place was charged with lifting first. In Group 1, it was Boudreault versus Smalkstelis. It was a battle all the way to the 6th stone. Smalkstelis lifted it over twice. Boudreault returned the favor and ended up winning because Smalkstelis could not lift it again. In Group 2, it was Tom Stoltman versus Mark Felix. It was an incredible showing from Mark Felix. He went all the way to the 6th stone, but he was unable to lift it over the bar, so Tom Stoltman advances to the finals. In Group 3, it was Robert Oberst versus Ingolfsson Melsted. Oberst is charged with lifting first. He is unable to lift the 6th stone, which means that Ingolfsson Melsted goes to his first ever World's Strongest Man finals, and Oberst is out. In Group 4, Adam Bishop versus Jerry Pritchett. Adam Bishop advances because Jerry Pritchett was unable to lift the 3rd stone. And in Group 5, it was Kevin Ferris versus Luke Stoltman. Again, Ferris charged to lift first. They make it all the way to the 6th stone. Luke Stoltman advances to the finals. So there you have it. The entire recap for the qualifying stage of the 2021 World's Strongest Man. There is still a lot of action to come with the finals and a new World's Strongest Man yet to be named. If you want to follow along with anything that's going on in the finals, I'm going to be here in Sacramento covering it live for you in my banana brim hat. We are going to bring you all of the action as soon as humanly possible. BarBend.com also has a live leaderboard on its homepage, so if you want to see anybody in the standings and where they fall after each of the 6 events, just head over there. You can get all of the coverage that we've got so far. Until then, I am Phil Blackman for BarBend.com. Thank you for watching. We will bring you all of the 2021 World's Strongest Man coverage. Don't look away. It is an insane, insane event. A lot more action to come.